Hey guys, Skylar here. I just got back from an appointment with my gender dysphoria psychiatrist today. Actually, I see Dr. Gibbs in Alberta, who's one of two. You can see Dr. Gibbs or Dr. Raish. I wanted to talk a bit about the process for bottom surgery funding in Alberta. I think I initially talked to Dr. Gibbs at least 6 months ago to start this process, and we are still don't have everything in. So I strongly urge anyone who's looking to do this in the future to get that going ASAP, because it takes anywhere from 6 months to a year to get all the required documents set in, and then once that's sent in, from what I'm hearing, if there's no issues, you're looking at another 6 months to a year to even hear back from Alberta Health. If there are issues, then they'll deny your request, get you to get more paperwork, see other doctors, and then kind of resubmit things. So strongly urge you, if you are looking into bottom surgery at some point, I would at least start the application with your psychiatrist. I kind of want to just let you know some of the stuff that I had to acquire for bottom surgery. There's quite a big list. The first list is just more like, are you mentally stable, physically fit, have you been on hormone replacement therapy for at least a year, have you been living as your gender for a year. So that itself is kind of one thing that you have to go through the checklist of, but then there's a whole other section after that which just talks about different documents you need. I think there's 8. I don't think I have the actual list anymore. I did, but I lost it. But I just want to go through a bit of it with you guys so that you know what to expect. You're gonna need a letter from your family doctor just saying that they see you, you're physically fit for surgery, and that they will continue to see you after surgery, and they can kind of do the upkeep for any complications that might arise after surgery. So you're going to need that. You're going to need a letter from your doctor who prescribes your hormones, just stating how long you've been on hormones. What has that process looked like for you? You're going to need a full psychiatric report from your main psychiatrist. So for me, that was Dr. Gibbs, but then you also have to have a second psychiatric report from a second psychiatrist. At least one of them has to have some expertise in gender dysphoria. So in Alberta, I know there's 3. I know there's one in Edmonton. I don't know the name, but here, like I said, it's Dr. Gibbs and Dr. Raish. So you need to see at least one of them. I know Dr. Raish's wait list right now, if you don't already see him, is about 18 months. And Dr. Gibbs is at about 9 months if you don't already see him, just to get that initial consultation. If you're kind of in a rush, I strongly advise calling. I would call after I haven't heard from someone. I would just kind of call, and usually they can get you in on some type of cancellation, or they're like, oh, well, we lost your thing, we don't even see you, we'll get you in this day. So it's kind of frustrating. So I do advise at least calling once you have that initial referral sent off. What else? You're gonna need operative reports from any gender reassignment surgery you've had. So I had my top surgery done in Florida by Dr. Alexander. So it actually took several weeks just to get that operative report from them. They're very busy, and they're also out of the state, so they kind of do things differently. They didn't send any of that stuff to my doctor. So I eventually got through to the receptionist there, and she's great. She just didn't really understand what I was looking for, but she eventually did find it, and a few weeks later she sent it out after bugging through email a couple times, so I got that. And then what's even more important than top surgery is you're gonna need a hysterectomy. I know that some surgeons in the States don't require that, depending on which surgery you're getting. And there might be ways around it here, I'm not sure, but from what I understand, they do require you to have a hysterectomy, especially I think if you're getting a phalloplasty, because they'll do a vaginectomy, so will actually close up that hole, and you're not able to have anything up there, obviously. So you're gonna need an operative report from the surgeon who does that. I'm trying to think. If you see an endocrinologist, which goes back to the hormones, you're gonna need that. I was able to have my family doctor do a couple of notes in one because, um, because he prescribes my hormones. Um, I know talking about it doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're on several wait lists, I know, like, I waited 6 months just to get a consult for my hysterectomy. So I saw Dr. Gibbs. He sent out the consult. I think 6 months passed and I still hadn't heard anything, so we had called together. They called me with a consultation date, which ended up being like 2 or 3 months after that, and then the surgery was 2 or 3 months after that. So like it's just like wait list after wait list after wait list. I actually saw Dr. Gibbs today, and we have everything now that I need for my application to send to Alberta Health, but we're still, the only thing is he needs to write up his report, so I'm hoping by next week that'll be done, sent in. So far for me, this has been at least 6 months of process, and I've been on the ball with everything. Like, I've been really pushing doctors to do what they need to do for me, and I advise you to do the same. Like, don't be pushed around by them. Like, it's their job to have this stuff done. I understand they're busy, but at the same time we have needs, and we're already put on so many wait lists. So I know that once this is actually sent in, it's still a while. It's still a while till I'm even looking at having surgery. In fact, with that being said, I know that Alberta Health only funds 25 a year, 25 surgeries per year. So 2017 funding is already allocated, so I'm already looking at possibly 2018, depending on when my stuff gets in and gets reviewed. It might even be 2019. So for a surgery that's so important to the mental health of transgender people, it really bothers me that this is the process. I really struggle with it, but at the same time I understand that that's just how it is right now, and hopefully our province catches up with some of the other stuff that's going on in like BC with funding, and they take their cap off and stuff. But as of now, this is what we're dealing with, so I just want to get it out there to anybody who's wanting bottom surgery in the future to get your stuff in, start the process, get your stuff in, talk to your doctors, whatever that looks like for you. If you have any questions, feel free to comment. I'm gonna continue to post updates along this whole journey. So once my stuff is sent in and I hear back from Alberta Health, I'll kind of maybe write out a bit of a timeline and post that so that people can see what that timeline has looked like for me. Cool. Thanks for watching. Bye.